1, ready.
Bonsoir. French. Well, we just heard about Pissoir, something to say to Chantal, because she was this afternoon, and she had a lot of trouble with French people. And I'm French, I was born French. So upon all the French, especially the French guys, our excuses to Chantal for behaving so badly to her. Thank you. I hope they will translate in French, because French and languages not always very easy. Welcome everyone. Welcome ladies. Hey, it's ladies' night. So we have to dance, I think. Ladies' night. Welcome gentlemen. Welcome children. I don't see many, but I know they are there. So waving to them. Thank you. Difficult word, eh? Difficult word to say. Very difficult. Not difficult world. It's a fantastic world we are living in. You know, I'm so blessed to be here tonight because I feel there's such a tremendous power in this room and so much sharing and love here. I was in the room sitting, and sometimes I just had to cope with overwhelming emotions coming up. And I had no tissue. I said, oh, be a man! And also I just heard, don't be a man! So I was completely puzzled, not knowing what I had to do, just coping. Well, anyway, we are on this earth, and there's something magic about it. And there's something also magic about human beings. Because what have we been doing? We have been building something around it. You know, when we first began with agriculture, and it's very funny to know that today, this used to be, where we are today, used to be a farm. Maybe you didn't know, but this used to be a farm. So it's a very magic place for us. And we began to build up industries, build up services, and that is the world we have built around this physical world. We are doing the next step, and the next step is the step to the virtual world. We've also been hearing about this today. You know, social media is going in such a pace, so growing, also bringing us fear about what should we share and what shouldn't share with other people. But there's something wonderful about sharing, because what we are doing tonight, sharing with each other. And there's something magic about that also. So, should I put my photos on Facebook? Should I allow my children to be on Facebook? Those are the issues we are coping with today. And tomorrow also. It's not finished, it's only the beginning. And there's something even bigger, growing, coming. I'm going to show you the next layer after the virtual world. It's called Metamedia. And what is that? Metamedia. It is about searching in all the information we share around the world on those virtual places, on Facebook or any other places, getting the information needed to grow further. I'll give you an example. If you want to build a highway from here all the way to Amsterdam, well, traditionally you would look at the geography and you would calculate the road and everything. But in a few years, maybe today already, in our laboratories, we are able to extract the information of people exchanging with each other about the way they travel with their smartphones on them and see which road they take to define where the highway should be, how many lanes it has to be, upon the information we share with each other. So, this is going to be very interesting. It's already happening now. Metamedia, it's just one step. And I didn't make it this small for no purpose. There's even something bigger growing in the laboratories today. And this thing is not virtual but emotional. Be prepared to share around the world your emotions. Say, wow, I already have trouble sharing my photos. So let's think that technology will help me to share my feelings with someone else, maybe with the whole world. Something completely crazy. I'll give you also an example. Today, it is possible through your webcam or through the camera of your phone to look at people, and especially the face of people. And what's very special about faces of people, we are capable to express ourselves with our face a few thousand expressions. And those expressions gives us information about our feelings, about the way we cope with the world. If you're on the other side of the computer and you get this information from your user, you're capable of changing your message you send to the screen of your customer. So you say, oh, this customer is watching my site. Say, oh, he doesn't look very happy. Send him another image. Gets happier. Good. More of this. So be prepared to interact with through technology and with technology in another way than we are ready today, but on very spectacular way. It's also very scary, and people are afraid, and not only today, or already years ago, many years ago, about the way technology is going to progress, and maybe get the intelligence surpassing the intelligence of human beings. Robocop, I say it in French of course, Robocop with Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of those movies about robotics, about robots, about cyborgs, more intelligent or having more capabilities than human beings. Very scary. And what we are afraid of is that we get dominated by our own creation. Some people say it's going to happen in 2025. And they are not sure. They think between that date and 2045. Around those things. So it looks quite close to now. I don't believe it. I don't know if you believe it, I don't believe it. And why not? Even if we make those cyborgs look more human, if you look closer to them, there's something very different between a cyborg and a human being. Just look carefully. What you see, what the difference is. Let me introduce my son, Julien. A great guy, full of joy, happiness, life, something no robots will ever cope with. I won't be in love with a robot. I'm in love with my son, with my family, with my surroundings, with my friends, with the world. It's not big enough. But what is it then that makes us different than cyborg, than robots? What is it? Well, we are searching and searching in our brains, trying to understand what's the magic in there. What are those connections? And we think we'll have the technology, even beyond electrical parts, maybe also with biological material, to copy our brain. And to reconstruct a human being. Will it be it? I don't believe it. We are searching for the key to life. What is it? And I have been closer and I've been stroked. I've been caught. And I was thinking back, preparing today, when this moment was. You know, Steve Jobs has been talking about connecting dots. I've been connecting dots again and looking back when this happened to me. I became a mass change agent. And what is that? well, I'm trying to change my world. I try to change the world. I'm trying to change our world for a better place. And the time when things changed for me was in 2007. At that time, my grandmother passed, and I was very sad, because she was such a kind, loving woman. She was my comfort. She was the one I would just embrace and hug. I could do it for hours. And she passed. But crazy enough, you know, if everything goes as normal, everyone loses his grandmother. There's nothing strange about it. But what's strange to me is that to look back when this happened, I couldn't know the date. And for just a simple reason, it was that she's here today. I've never missed her. I was very sad, but I haven't missed her. She's been there all the time. She's here now with us. She's giving me strength to go further. And I thought, okay, go and move on. I didn't realize, I just realized now. Move on, challenge yourself. My first challenge was in 2010. I thought, let's run a marathon. You know, I'm lucky enough to have legs and to be capable of running, so just make a challenge. And I thought, what a selfish thing to run on your own, train on your own. So I thought, I can't do it just like that. I have to do something. I had to share it with someone else. So this is the way I crossed the finish. And Barb was my wife. So I thought I had to share this moment with her. I know she's listening now. I did a little trick before we were here. You don't know, you weren't there. But when it was empty, I just waved at her. I called her on the phone and sent her my love. A way of sharing this moment with you, this moment with her, this moment with everyone. And I had to go further than this. I also wrote a book in 2010 for the financial industry. Because financial industry is something that's been led through minds. I've been missing the heart. So I thought both of them should be joined together. So I wrote that book. It was another step, but it was enough. I'm still trying to understand what's there. And there have been some experiments with water from Dr. Emoto, freezing water, and just watching on the microscope what happens with those water crystals. And water, I think water is water, so if you freeze it, it should be all the same. And what he discovered is, depending on the intention that was sent to this water, you will get different crystals. Wow, how amazing. Intention. It's not something you can feel, or can you? It's not something you can touch, or can you? What is it then? So I decided to do my own experiment. I'm lucky enough to be in an environment at my work when I can do those experiments. And I've read about experiments with rice, cooking rice. Put it in boxes and sending intention to it. And I did it. This is a box of hate. After 1 week, you see some dots on it. And the next one is the box of love, after 1 week. So I thought, yes, I've got it. The intention is there. Only to discover after 2 weeks, no difference anymore. So, oh, I have to try again. So I'll go and try again to do this. There's a message there, somewhere to be discovered. And to understand this message, we need a language. That's where we need the language of creation. We have the capability as human beings to create. Many have been talking about this here. To create something else, maybe in a quicker way than technology, just by the intention. And this way of creation, we don't understand, needs a language, logo. So I thought it was time for science to take care, find the language of creation. So, CREO, LOGO, LOGY. Can we do it together? CREO, LOGO, LOGY. That's that easy. If you can't spell it, I saw something in this word. I thought, there's something human in it. Just have a good look. OLOGOLO. Nice word. So, I've preached enough. I think it's time for us to do an experiment together. So I'm going to ask you a few simple questions. The first question is, who has a mother? I'd be surprised if no one has. Then he has to come here. Keep your hands right in the air. Who has a father? Well, if I'm lucky, everyone has his hand in his hair. It's behalf of people who are translating, of course. And while you are there, I'm going to ask you to do something very simple, but very powerful. You have neighbors. Grab their hands. And we're going to share a moment of creation, moment of intention. You will feel, please keep your hand there, I know stuttering. And there's one thing I'm very happy about. You can't text now, you can't hold your phone, your cell phone. You have to listen. You may have a little fear, but it will pass away very quick and you will get another emotion. And this is what you're going to share together. Are you ready? Went wrong.
Ready.